What are you doing, Dad?
I told you I'm doing a live and y'all better behave, you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you. That's because y'all the greatest kids ever, right?
Mm-hmm. Excuse me, I just burned.
You just what?
Mark. I just burned.
You just burped.
So good.
Share this live. All right, y'all, I'm coming. Y'all know the vibes. Y'all know what I do. I got to share it and share it and share it again. All right?
Oh, okay.
I'm talking to the people online. Shalom.
I got my little ice
The
cream.
kids in the car, they
My
right
ice
here.
cream today. Ice cream. Ice cream.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Cheers, ice cream. Cheers, ice cream.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Ice cream, cheers.
Shalom Captain, this Nusky, man.
Hey,
I
what's
won't be
going on,
long.
Nufsky? What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's going on? So, real quick, the fragrance for erotica, that's not up there. I think you said it was something else. Yeah. What was it again?
The closest I got to it is Mandrake. So Mandrakes.
Mandrakes.
Right.
Okay.
So Mandrake still has the main ingredients that erotic had, and then I just had to add something else to it because I couldn't make erotic anymore because they don't have the ingredients for it anymore.
All right, cool. So it's Mandrakes, but that's clearly for women, though.
Yeah, that's clearly for women. Facts.
All right, cool. One last thing, I just seen some of the debate you had with the dude, Dwayne.
Yeah.
And he, I mean, it clearly says what it says in terms of who the salvation for, who it came for. You said Hebrews 9:11 says with the mediate. What was the Testament, the Old Testament?
Yeah, Hebrews 9:15 says it. Yeah.
It seemed like I just think it just was going over his head. He wasn't seeing that.
Yeah,
but not only just clear cut, precise.
Not only was it going over his head, but I think what goes over everybody's head is that when people run to the strangers and try to make the strangers be non-Israelites, I know Israelites that do that. There's Israelites I know that will say that those strangers in Deuteronomy the 29th chapter are non-Israelites. And the danger in saying that is twofold. First of all, you're saying that non-Israelites get blessings, but they don't get. 1 second. You ate it all? Good job. What they don't realize is that even Israelites are saying that non-Israelites get blessings. But you know what non-Israelites, you know what bugged me out? All the Christians and everybody that try to make those strangers non-Israelites. They all saying that non-Israelites get blessings. But don't none of them say that non-Israelites get the curses. So it's almost like saying only the Israelites get cursed if they disobey God. But only thing non-Israelites get is blessings if they obey God. There's no penalty. If non-Israelites go out, eat pork, celebrate Christmas, even celebrate this Father's Day, they get blessed regardless. But if an Israelite goes out and if I go out right now and celebrate this Father's Day, I get punished by God for it. Hold on 1 second. Caller, hold on. And that'd be my biggest problem with. Yeah, 1 second. That'd be my biggest problem with Christians and stuff that make the strangers. And if anybody watched that debate, he couldn't even tell me what nations those strangers were.
He did. He didn't want to go there because he was just trying to hold you to that one verse. And it's like, bro, the man just said that he only gave the covenant to the children of Israel. How can you force fit anybody? You would have to, I don't know, man. You would have to mention other nations, and he wasn't doing that. Even if you look at the verse where it says, the court said he only had the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Right.
How you doing that?
Right. I'm listening.
It clearly says it. You know, I don't know, man. Maybe it's just doing it for content. I don't. It's just shucking and jiving on purpose. Whatever.
No, definitely shucking and
Cap,
jiving. Hey, no sweat, brother. I appreciate it. And remember, it's Mandrakes.
Yeah. Mandrake, got you.
All right, no sweat. All right. Next caller, 774. What's your question or comment?
Shalom, Cap. Happy Father's Day, bro.
I don't celebrate pagan holidays, brother. I love the Lord. You love Satan. I love the Lord.
All right.
Did God ordain Father's Day?
That honor your father.
Did God ordain Did God say your father, mother, and father on Father's Day, or did He say mother and father? This I want y'all to pay attention. This is how Christians will lie. This is no problem, but you said it. This is how Christians lie on the Bible. I said, did God say honor Father's Day? His answer was, God said honor your mother and father. He never said honor it on no Father's Day, though, right? I'm asking you.
No.
Okay, then. So we obey God rather than men. So I don't celebrate Father's Day.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Caller, hold on. So what's your question now? Now we already know he hate God. Let's see what his question is. What's your question?
I don't hate God, brother. But I just needed a quick breakdown on Romans 9, verse 5.
When it says, whose are the fathers?
No, I needed a breakdown because it says, on whom are the fathers, from whom according to the flesh. Christ came, who is overall the eternal blessed God.
The eternal. Read it again. Can you read it again?
It said Christ came.
No. Read the verse. Do me a favor. No. I want you to read the verse over.
From verse 5?
Yeah, because you say you want me to break down. You saying you want me to break down verse 5, right?
No, because I'm saying like this verse right here says that Christ is overall the eternal blessed God.
So I'm asking you to read the verse so I can hear it.
Okay. Of whom are the fathers, from whom according to the flesh. Hold on. Christ came, who is overall the eternal blessed God.
Okay, so now I want to read it because I don't know if I trust the way you just read it, but I'll read it. So it says, Romans 9 and 5, it says, I'm sorry, I went to the wrong chapter. Hold on. It says, whose are the fathers, and of whom as concerning the flesh Christ came, who is overall God, blessed forever. Amen. So, after overall, there's a comma. So when it says, whose are the fathers, God blessed forever, then that's how you would actually read it. The comma after the fathers includes, and of whom concerning the flesh Christ came. I'm sorry, I broke it down wrong. Whose are the fathers, and as of whom concerning the flesh Christ came, comma, God blessed forever. What? You finished? Good job.
Yeah.
Good job. So are you saying that that's
No,
saying?
because in the New King James it says different. That's why
The only way you can have a New King James is if there was a New King James. You can't have a New King James with
only the King James Bible is valid.
Well, if you find me a Bible, when you put that New King James, the fact that it says new, you would have to show me how it correlates to what it says in the New Testament, in the Greek. Because Jesus, I'm assuming you read. So I'm assuming you saying that to imply that Jesus is God, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That the context. The problem with doing the verses that you're doing is because in context, that's not what the conversation is not about Jesus being God. Hey, y'all, what are you doing? What are you doing right now?
Yo,
y'all
Cap,
sit back and relax.
Let you go. That's my only quick question I have.
No, wait. Hold on before you go. Is the context of that conversation about Jesus being God?
No, because in the King James one, that wouldn't be a verse that shows Jesus is not. But in the New King James, it kind of
No, that ain't what I asked you. Always remember this: context supersedes the definition, because the context determines what the definition is. We know words have multiple definitions. So what I'm asking you is the context of that conversation about Jesus being God? That's what I'm asking you.
No, it's not that, but that quick comment at the end in the New King James kind of shows, like, it says, like, who Christ came in the flesh, overall, the eternal blessed God.
Okay,
So
but
it kind of seems like it's called Christ God.
No, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Context supersedes that. If the
I agree.
Right. So if the context, even in the New King James, that was still, because if the conversation was about Jesus being God, then maybe you might have a point. But the context is about the children of Israel receiving the promises and receiving the promises through Christ, of whom concerning the flesh he came. So that's the context. The context is not Jesus being God. If the context was about Jesus being God, then maybe we can take it saying like that way. But that's just not the context of the conversation.
Okay, I got you.
You understand?
All right, my brother. Have a good day. All right.
All right, you too. All right, no sweat. All right, I appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. Y'all been rocking with me, man. Just started 11 minutes in. We had phone calls. I didn't get a chance to do the roll call or anything like that, man. And I don't do the roll call often. I see Mika like to cut up in the chat. I don't understand it half the time. I'm just be honest with y'all. I don't see the point. Let me see. They should know better. Why would someone call up and say that? I don't know what that was. Oh, I'm sorry. I had another call on the line, and I hung up on that caller. Hey, caller, hold on 1 second. I think I hung up on the caller by mistake. Hold on.
I'm going to actually hit you up offline with the question. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I thought I hung up on you, and I wanted to call you back. I apologize. All right. Shalom, sissy. All right.
Shalom.
Hey, caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? That's Daryl Jackson on my line, I believe.
Yes, sir. Caller from Chicago.
Hey, what's going on, brother? You got a question or comment?
More so, I don't know, maybe just a short conversation.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Caller, hold on. All right, go ahead.
Yes, more so like a short conversation about some recent events that's been going on on social media.
Okay, what's up?
What would you say to the black people who don't, not, I don't want to say don't agree with you as far as black people and so-called Hispanics and Native Indians, us being a part of the same nation, they don't really believe that, right?
Right.
So in that context, what
would I say to them?
Your advice as far as like when they have encounters with certain Mexicans that have those, like, they think they're white, they think they're better, and they have, bad experiences with, like, Hispanic people because, they were racist against black. So how could you, like, bring that ideology to someone like that,
So now I'm going to help you out. And I'm actually glad you asked that question. I had said this yesterday, right? When it comes to black people, right, and this is what everybody has to understand. Black people's enemies and the white man's enemies are always going to be the same. Always. If the white man's enemy is the Arabs, that's going to be the black man's enemy, the Arabs. If the white man's enemy are the Hispanics, that's going to be the black man's enemy, the Hispanics. And black people are going to use the excuse that says, Mexican, they're going to say Mexicans don't like us, so they're going to say Puerto Ricans don't like us. And those statements are true. And it's not absolute, but it is true.
Right.
You're going to have some Mexicans that don't like us. You're going to have some Puerto Ricans that don't like us. Here's where you got to cut black people at. Ask black people what black people they like. Ask them that. Ask black people if they like the drug dealers. When they say no, call them a liar because they all getting high. Ask the black people that are against Israelites for loving black people. Black people hate us. When I'm saying us now, I'm talking about, you take, matter of fact, that last debate I had with Dwayne, that's a black man that hates me because I say that God only loves us. That's why he hates us. Black people are just using these same white man talking points. I was having a conversation. This is on the hunting side. I was having a conversation about this, and I said the face of ICE are the Hispanics, all of them. It's Mexicans, Guatemala. That's the face of Hispanics. But there ain't no face of the East Indians, and they illegal. They're in here illegal. There's no face of Asians. They're in here illegal. There's no face of Ukrainians. You don't see their babies getting snatched out. You don't see them showing up at their graduations doing those things. You don't see those things, do you?
Not at all.
Yeah, and you never will. Because the face of ICE is the Hispanics. And of course, because they're the white man's enemies, all of our talking points is now, hey man, this ain't our problem, stay out of it. This ain't our problem, stay out of it. Which makes no sense. So the only thing that you can say, like where I'm from in New York, in Jersey where I'm from, and New York, where I put New York in the same category, you don't have this divide of Hispanics and black people. You have black people that hate Hispanics, you have Hispanics that hate blacks, and you have blacks that love Hispanics, and you have Hispanics that love blacks. We are, I would say it's 60-40 love. That's what I would say. In California, it's not even as bad. It's not as bad as they like to make it seem. The only time it gets real bad is if you add the like the gang element to it. It could get bad because of course they're gonna stick together for that. But we're just falling for the media propaganda that exists in America. No different than, and here's another thing you gotta ask black people. When it comes to crime, who's the criminal in America? Just ask them that. Just ask them who's the criminal. According to American propaganda, who's the criminal? And I'm gonna ask you, who's the criminal? I'm gonna ask you, who's the criminal?
According to propaganda?
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be black people.
Black people. Black people is the criminal in America, even though that's not black people, that they're the victims of the propaganda. Now, and they can understand the propaganda when it's about them. So why can't they understand the propaganda when it's about the Latinos? And if the propaganda about black people is coming from the same place, then who's the real enemy? And that's the white man. The white man is making black people hate Hispanics for no reason. For no reason.
Exactly.
Before Trump got elected, before Trump got in office, before ICE, you didn't see blacks hating Hispanic shit. You didn't hear it. Then once Trump started saying we're getting rid of illegals, now you hear about it. You didn't hear about it before then. Period.
That's a great point.
Yes.
Because I have not heard this. Yeah, that's definitely true.
You have not heard this black hating Hispanic rhetoric until Trump got in office. And here's another thing. When they try to tell you Hispanics voted for Trump, Hispanics voted for Trump 2% more than the last Republican that ran for office. 2%.
Wow.
So Trump got 56% of the Hispanic vote. The last Republican that ran for office got 54%. So this ain't even the Hispanics is voting for Trump more than they would vote for any other Republican. They've always voted for Republicans over Democrats. So it's not even a black-white thing. It's not like a black-white thing where they came out and in droves just voted for Trump because they hated black people. That's a lie that they're saying. You got to kind of hit them with, and the reason why I'm giving you these different angles, because most of the time we try, you finish, right? Most of the time we try to go with the angle of black and brown got to unite, black and brown got to unite. But what we have to go into and what we have to do is show black people how they get rocked to sleep by the white man time and time again. That's what happens to black people. What happens to black people is that the white man sells you a pipe dream all the time. You still cold, Kira? Kira, you still cold? I'll turn it down some. Okay, I'll turn it down some more. Okay. That's what black people have to realize. That's our biggest problem. When the Bible in Genesis the 3rd chapter, when it says in Genesis the 3rd chapter, when it says the serpent was more subtle than all the beasts of the field, that's how good the white man is to black people. That right now black people are hating Hispanics for nothing.
It's almost like this with this whole
Daryl, after you go, because I got another call, but I want you to finish your thought. No, take your time. I'm just letting you know this is the last exchange. Go ahead.
Okay. No, I'm just thinking about Christianity and people being so brainwashed when, the images of God in the Bible with woolly hair and dark skin, they can literally tell you, no, that's not what it means. It means something else, going back to what
Caller, hold on.
Black pretty much, so I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And that's what we have to realize. And now, another historical nugget. When the blacks came over here in slavery in the beginning, hey, shout out to HBTTZ Coffee on me. I appreciate that. Here's another nugget. When blacks came over here in slavery, they actually joined with the Native Indians. They joined with the Mexicans because they had a common enemy, the white man, that was tearing both of us up. And then the white man divided us then, just like he's dividing us right now. And that's what we have to realize. We cannot let this oppressor divide us. And and it's so much into this. I'm gonna give you one more thing I'm gonna say. When I be in white spaces, right? Here's what white spaces are saying now. White spaces, I was having this conversation with this white man, and he said that we should be united against the bigger enemy. And so to white people in America, the biggest enemy they have is the Jewish man.
That's what I was thinking.
Yep, the so-called Jew is their enemy. And so the white man comes to me and he says, man, shouldn't we fight them? He said, if you and I are fighting against each other, I said, this is the analogy he said. He said, if you and I, if the tiger comes in the room, shouldn't we fight the tiger and kill the tiger? So for him, the tiger was the Jewish man. And this is what I told him. This is my direct response. I said, here's the problem. I said, the problem is, while we're fighting that tiger, you're going to somehow make sure that my leg gets chewed off by the tiger. So that after we defeat that tiger, I'm left with one leg and you got two legs.
Yeah, right.
Because and the metaphor is, yes, he's going to be with me together. But in the white man's mind, what happens after we defeat this tiger so that I can still remain on top? And what we don't exactly, and what we don't realize, if we just let ICE do their thing, let's say ICE doing what they doing, and we just stay together, black and brown just stay together, we'll still be united. But if we allow the white man to divide us just by calling them illegal immigrants, by making them the face, by putting the propaganda out, you don't think they pay them Hispanics to come out there and talk trash about black people? Yes. Here's one last thing. I promise the last thing. When COVID came out, black people was all about conspiracy with COVID, right? Saying that COVID was against this. They got people up, set people up. You don't think ICE is another thing where they can pay some Hispanics to talk bad about black people, and so now we hating Hispanics for no reason? It's the same thing.
Right.
Caller, hold on. Hey, but I do got to go down. I appreciate the call, man. It was an excellent question, man. Excellent question.
Thank you for your time, Captain.
All right, no problem. Take care. All right?
Good day, sir.
All right. Caller, hold on. All right, next person in the queue is 310-365. What's your name? Where you calling from? Wait, hold on before
Shalom,
Hey, Shalom.
Shalom, Captain. This is
Wait,
Pastor Michael.
hold on 1 second. Chill for me. Appreciate the super chat donation. Shalom, Captain. This your brother from Montgomery, Alabama. Enjoy your day, Thanos. Shout out to you, brother. Appreciate that. Hey, y'all, we got a Shalom on the line. You got this pastor such and such.
Pastor Michael Smith.
Pastor such and such. Okay. What's your question?
I got two questions.
Okay.
The first one is, it looks like 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 27 on down, over there in Iran.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I'm familiar with 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, and I would agree. Listen, let me tell y'all something. Right now, I just got inside info that the United States Air Force bases is on red alert preparing for an attack. Preparing directly for an attack. And if Iran strikes United States territory, I mean, what I love about this time, man, is I was just on the phone with Commander Jenny Hanna talking about this. What the 7 heads and Commander Jenny Hanna hold it down been talking about since the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and 90s, and everybody think we was wrong. It's coming to pass right now. We are living biblical prophecy right now. Let's see where it go. If Iran attack, like we seeing them bomb each other left and right. Listen, Iran is hitting them oil machineries in Israel bombing back. We seeing it happen.
But Cap, Iran is just playing with them Ashkenazis right now. Iran just playing with them. They ain't going out the big boys here.
Yeah, listen, that's what I said. We waiting to see. They got some weapons. And we waiting, listen, we is waiting to see. So yes, I agree with 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, brother. You on point today. You ain't on point any other day, but you on point right now.
And I got one more thought.
Okay.
Do you know while everybody is distracted, because you notice after all this talk,
Caller, hold on.
it seems Negroes distracted. So what did they do? They reached in their tricks and got Mr. WD3 himself, Kanye West, to show up in a limo outside of the people's stuff.
Are you talking about what Kanye West showing up to the Diddy trial?
Yeah, Mr. WD-40 Joe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
WD-40 Joe.
But Kanye a freak. Yeah, but Kanye a freak just like Diddy though. Like they all.
But it's a distraction. It's a distraction that, well, they called him out to do that.
Are you trying to say it's a distraction from what?
What's going on?
Let me tell you something. They gonna need something. Listen, Ye is a powerful dude as far as his celebrity goes, but ain't nothing gonna distract from that, right? I'm gonna tell you what kind of took the news over the war over there. The only thing kind of took the news is that assassination in Minnesota. There was that more took it, like Kanye showing up at Diddy trial taking a back seat to this. Diddy trial ain't enough. But that shooting in Minnesota, where that white man, the assassinator, rather, because I don't know if it's a white man or not, the assassinator posed as a cop and went and shot and unalived one family, one married couple, but the other married couple, I think they survived. Now that's something that kind of took a little bit of the sizzle, and I want to get the story because I want to say, the woman that she was like a part, she vetoed something or was siding with something. So I do want to see what that's about. But ain't nothing but all that to the side though. Iran and Israel, they trading bombs right now, trading them, and I want to see where this go. I don't want it to stop. I want to see where it go.
And one more thing. Do you know that they nicknamed this new strand of C-19 as razor blades?
The new strand of what?
there's a new strain of C19.
You saying COVID-19?
Yeah, and I try to, you know, I don't want to.
Oh, okay, I got you. Right.
Yeah.
So the new strand is called, I gotta look that up. Yeah, it's called razor blade?
Razor blade.
Why they call it razor blade?
One of the symptoms is a sore throat. And the sore throat is so intense, it's like it's razor blades in your throat.
Oh, that's crazy work. I'm gonna look into that.
I did the report on it.
Send me a link on it. Yeah, send me a link you got on the article. Send me an article.
Yeah. They said it is from May 5th to June 7th. They said it's 30% of America.
There are police reported ahead.
Have gotten it.
Well, Lord be with him. But send me that article, man.
I sure enough will. All
right, that's what I appreciate it, bro.
Okay, shalom.
Right. Shalom. It's shalom, brother.
It's shalom. All
right, that's what. All right.
Okay.
All right, that's what. Caller, hold on. All right, next caller in the queue is 973-336.
Cap, what's going on, Cap?
What's going on, brother? You got a question or comment?
Yeah, I got a comment, Cap. I'ma just say this, Cap. I love you, my guy. Your teaching and everything.
Love you too, brother.
But yeah, but Cap, this ain't no slight towards you or nothing. But I'm just gonna say, I kind of agree, but I disagree in the sense of the whole protests and Mexicans and all of this and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know how you said that, you know, one of the things that you hated about Martin Luther King is because he even said that he led us.
There are police reported ahead.
Right.
I feel like you're doing the same. I feel like you're doing the same when it comes to listen. I feel like you're doing the same when it comes to the whole Mexican situation. Like
you got to break that down to me though. You know, like what am I leading? So like I get the analogy. You saying Martin Luther King led us into a burning house. So what am I leading into a burning house with joining? Putting them as far as Israelites.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. So now here's where I'll be better than Martin. We can actually have the conversation. So the way that you get rid of the Mexicans for me is you would have to show me how they're not Israelites.
But here, all right. So look, I feel like this. Even with that being said, I think our teachings should be more. I get it from the position that you're coming from. You know, like we're all one for all. We're all in the same. And yes, truthfully, we are in the same.
Who's the we? Who's the we?
The we is the natives, the Mexicans, and us.
Right. The 12 tribes of Israel. We're all one. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. I definitely get that. But I think our house should be, you know, we should build our foundation before we look at the next man. Meaning,
but our house is Israel, though. I think I get what you're saying. If I could just interrupt.
When it comes to the Negroes,
here's what you're saying. Here's what you want to say. You want to say we all Israelites, but the Negroes or the tribe of Judah should just be concerned with the tribe of Judah, and let Issachar or the Mexicans deal with their own issue, right?
Right.
So now let me ask you. You know that in the Bible there's different tribes of every nation, right? So there's tribes of Esau. Esau would call them dukes, though. Are you aware of that in the Bible?
No, but I know their name of Esau. I've been learning.
No, but Esau got you. No, but Esau got different tribes. So you got Amalek, which is the so-called Jew. You got Teman. You got Teman, which is the Germans, right? You got different dukes that collectively make up the nation of Esau, right? So now, do they divide against themselves when it comes to another nation attacking them? Do they divide?
No.
They stay together, right?
No.
So even right now, as Iran is bombing What is Donald Trump saying? Donald Trump saying that Iran, y'all better get it together. The Israelis are saying America is going to help us. America is helping them veer off and fight off some of those missiles. You're aware of that, right?
Yeah.
So now, even though they might have issues amongst themselves that they have to work out, when it comes to another nation attacking them, they do not say, Amalek, that's your problem. America, that's your problem. Against the Iranians, they're going to be right. So now, when it comes to what's happening to our brothers, the Mexicans,
for Illinois 38 East,
they're being
Roosevelt
attacked
Road.
by another race of people that's not their people. And so just like they should stand with us.
I'm going with it, Cat.
Where you going with it? Where you going with it?
Well, what I'm saying is, like, outside, when it comes to if you listen or be around them, because we all been around them.
I've been around them my whole life. I've been around Latinos,
right,
period, my whole life.
Look, me and you from the same region, so
right.
I understand it.
Right.
And going out west is a little different. But when you look at the history and listen to how some of them talk, why black people is more accepting to any race of people, whether you call it colonized or anything. But I feel like when it comes to black people, our nature is better than any other race, point blank, period.
You know, bug me out when we talk about how different races talk to us. You know, bug me out. Black people hate black people. No,
I get that.
Right, ethnicities, like Mexicans hate Mexicans. Puerto Ricans hate Puerto Ricans. You can't use that as a talking point. The greatest talking point
for Illinois 38
that I
East,
use
Roosevelt Road.
as an example is that what you want is Judah to worry about Judah, or blacks to worry about blacks, Mexicans to worry about Mexicans. There's a space for that. But when another nation is attacking our people, there should never be a space for that. White people don't do that. When the towers fell, you gotta listen now. When them towers fell, when them towers fell, the Democrats and Republicans, although they hated each other, they was not against each other. That's right. Even though, and that's whites hating whites. But when another nation came to touch them, now, and here's the problem. When blacks fall for the propaganda, you know the only thing that you could do, if you do not side
Continue
with the Mexicans,
on Roosevelt Road for 2 miles.
then what you're doing is supporting white people and what they're doing. And the only reason you're hating Mexicans with the illegal immigrants is because the Mexicans are the only ones being targeted by ICE. And so because they're fighting back, you're giving an opinion. Why ain't the East Indians being targeted? Why ain't the Arabs being targeted? Why ain't the Asians being targeted? I'm asking you.
Because he has his selective choice of who he coming after. Trump.
Right. He has a selective choice of who he's going after. So the only reason we're having this conversation is because the white man is being racist towards the Mexicans, right?
Right.
Right. So why would we side? Why would we side with the racist white man? This is about even if you don't, and this is what I did. This is what I need you to understand. Even if you don't pick up arms to join with the Mexicans, aren't the Mexicans right what they're doing? Whether you pick up side, you ain't even picking a side. If you had to just look from the outside in and just making a decision, aren't the Mexicans right for what they're doing because they're being picked on?
Yeah, yeah.
So if me as a black man say, the Mexicans are right, am I right in saying that?
No, you're exactly right.
Okay, so what's the problem here?
So it's not no hate. For what I'm saying is, I've watched history too many times to where, like, when you look at modern day America and how people think now, black people is more acceptance to anybody, any race. And when it comes
I get all that, but
like,
why can't we help the Mexicans? Why can't we side with the Mexicans? That's what I'm trying to get to.
But all right, so to make it even better, I think we are siding with them, and a lot of the reasons why people black people are not siding with them, because it's basically where I was trying to go. So to make the point is to tell them this is your nigga wake up call, because our fight is different on the front line. Black people, our fight is different.
That don't even make sense.
When we go out,
I'm
gonna tell you. Here's what I'm going with. When we go out and protest, we 9 times out of 10 is the unaliving of unjust, the unaliving of black people unjustly, unconstitutionally. Okay.
Why do they need a nigga wake up call? Give me that.
Because they benefit from what we put out there, for what we fought for.
In a quarter mile, turn right.
Fuck you. Meanwhile, while they saying fuck you, they enjoy your culture.
How are they saying F you? How are they saying F you? I'm trying to understand.
Because they don't fuck with us like that.
That's a lie.
Their grandparents hate us.
That's a lie.
They only fuck with us culturally, I feel, and they take from our culture and then say they did everything is.
You said Mexicans take from our culture?
Turn right, then you will arrive at your destination.
Restaurants, but then
break that down. Break down how they take from our culture. I need to understand that one.
All right, so listen. Whether you believe it or not, don't you? When it comes to us, we everywhere.
It's a school, yeah. Just break down. I just need. Oh no, I appreciate that, brother. But I need you to zero in because I got to go and I want to get these other calls before I go. So I just need you to break down how they take. Well, let me just surmise this.
Take the next left onto West Roosevelt Road.
Because let me see how many other calls I got. Hold on.
You have arrived.
Hold on 1 second. I have. 1 second, y'all. Yeah, those are my brothers. Hold on 1 second. So I have 4 other calls I got to get to, right? So I'm gonna try to surmise this. Okay. So Black Mexicans don't take from our culture. We actually take from each other. We don't have this hatred for each other. That hatred, that propaganda of black people hating each other. 1 second. Yes. The hate that's a trope that they put out. And I'm really lost at your point, because when you say nigga wake up call, when the Mexicans, you know, the only reason historically they're in that section that's called Mexico is because the white man took every stitch of land from them already. As we are brought over here on cargo slave ships from our homeland, they've had to live in the land. California used to be theirs, New Mexico, Texas, all of that used to be theirs. So historically, they are illegal immigrants in the land that they was the original people. So when you say that they have to have their nigga wake up call, that doesn't make sense. Here's what kind of makes sense when you say wake up call. They could have a nigga wake up call just like black people need to wake up call. When you got sellout black people that side with white people no matter what. So are there Mexicans that side with white people no matter what? Yes. But that exists in every race of people. But what I'm saying is the reason that whether I was an Israelite or not, I would side with the Mexicans, because I know that the white man is vilifying them when there's other illegals that they're not vilifying. There's other illegals that they're not going to their kids' kindergarten graduation, snatching them out because they're over here illegally. That's what makes standing with the Mexicans right. Whether I'm an Israelite or not, common sense tells me that, because of the propaganda that we suffer. The greatest thing that we can learn, the Hispanics and blacks should be able to learn, is that we're all together in this. 1 second now. 1 second. Hey, Shalom, no Christ. 1 second. But is that we're all together in this, and that the only way we survive is that we stop looking at each other as enemies and realize the only enemy we have is the so-called white man. But I do want to take these other calls because I got another live stream in 34 minutes. But bro, I can't.
I was just gonna say this, Cap, if you could. 2 things. If you one day make a talking point about addressing their racism and
no problem,
black people,
no
you can
problem.
make that a talking point.
I could do that.
And secondly, would you consider, if we do go to war with Iran, to tell all the people of
I'm good. I'm just finishing up this live
in this war?
You said it last. Wait, hey brother, let me just do the next. Let me take these calls, brother. I'm only rushing because I got to go get ready for this live, and I want to get these other callers. All right, no sweat, brother. All right.
Understood.
All right. Next caller is 614-519. Don't get out yet. We're gonna get out in a second.
Shalom Captain, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. You got to make it like quick because I got a live stream and I need to get out of here in about 10 minutes. Go ahead.
I understand. I appreciate it. I'm new into the truth, and I actually was blessed with a son and my family that you set me up with those Happy Father's Day type. So I just wanted some advice for when I tell them I'm not celebrating it, and they're going to push back to.
You want advice for how to deal with? You want advice on how to deal with what you say when they say Happy Father's Day to you?
I'm eating your hand.
Once I tell them that I'm not celebrating that, and they give me that.
And these are people that are these people that you're seeing face to face, or you talk about like text messages or something like that?
Yeah, text and phone calls to like my mom and dad and stuff.
Yeah, you could just simply say, what I used to do is I say, I appreciate it, but I'm not celebrating that anymore. Y'all sit back. Hey, sit back now. That's what I would say. And then, of course, they're going to say, well, why are you not celebrating it? You can just say, well, I just want to keep the laws and holidays, and say holidays on purpose. You just say, I want to keep the laws and holidays that are in the Bible. Father's Day is not in the Bible, so that's why I don't celebrate it.
Can you flip that right now?
Sure, man, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, no sweat, brother. All right. Next caller, 47212. Stop.
It changed colors.
You breaking up, brother.
Can you hear me?
Barely.
How about now?
Yeah, you sound perfect now.
All right. Yeah, I was reading through
Sit back.
Chronicles. I'm going to try to make it quick, but Chronicles first chapter 1. I'm sorry.
Stop with the noise. Thank you. Wait, hold on 1 second. Right, hold on 1 second, brother. Hey, I need y'all to be quiet just for a second, all right?
Okay.
Thank you. Go ahead. You said First Chronicles?
Yeah, chapter 3. I was reading through it, and down on 17, the sons of Jeconiah. It goes,
You keep going in and out.
The sons of Zerubbabel. But to make it short,
Oh, you talking about you don't see Salathiel or something like that in there, right?
No, I don't see Abihud.
You don't see who?
Abihud or Abihud.
Okay, you talk about from Matthew's in the New Testament?
Yes, and then
yeah, I did a breakdown on this. I'm actually doing a virgin birth breakdown probably Tuesday, and I'll probably go more in detail then and break down why you don't see the names. All right.
Okay, great. And then one last in chapter 8, I do see that name as a Benjamite. So that's where I'm a little bit confused.
Right. So when you're looking at the names. Sometimes they'll name every single name. Sometimes they won't. But I'll break it down in a second. I'll break it down probably Tuesday. Okay. I'll have more time then.
Tuesday.
Yep.
All right. Yes, General. Bless you.
All right. No, so I'm a captain. I ain't a general. I'm a captain. I appreciate it, brother.
Yes, Captain.
All right.
Yes, Captain.
All right. No sweat. Next caller, 984-312.
Shalom, Cap.
Hey, Shalom, brother. You got a question or comment?
No, I just wanted to say I was watching a video earlier of General Yohanan and Tom Swift from about 12 years ago. And I was sitting and driving. I always like listening to you and all the ISUK members' videos while I'm driving. And it was an old video from about maybe like 12 years ago. And he had spoke on.
You gotta be quick. You gotta come on with it, brother. I got to go. You gotta. And I'm only rushing because I got to go get ready for another live stream.
I understand. I just wanted to say I appreciate y'all what the Most High doing.
Most High Christ.
It surprised me when he said about what's going on now.
Yeah.
A couple days ago with Iran.
And he said it was coming, right?
Spoke about that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing about prophesying. Then the thing about prophesying is you don't know when it is, but you got to believe it's going to happen. And command Jenny how to believe it as well as I.
So I just wanted to appreciate you, what you're doing, because the Most High, he does great things, man. Like,
damn right.
With you, I break down the scriptures and everything. I appreciate it. Like,
damn right. I appreciate you too. Y'all the reason I do it.
You know, man, I respect you a lot.
I appreciate it, brother.
For real.
All right.
I
Call.
ain't gonna hold you up tomorrow. I know you gotta go, man. I just
All
want to say I saw that early on. I was so surprised when I'm like, that was 12 years ago.
All right, brother. All right, brother. Shalom, brother. All right, last caller. Last caller. It says Kendra Smith on my phone. You the only person on my
Shalom,
phone.
Cap.
Hey, Shalom, brother. What you got?
Okay. I'm just calling to see if I can get into class.
Where you at?
In council.
Where do you
I'm
live?
in Lansing, Michigan. Lansing, Michigan.
Okay, let me give you the number call for Detroit. Let me know when you're ready to take this number.
I'm ready.
313.
Okay.
285.
285.
Yep, 6770.
6770. Okay. Thank
All right,
you
I
kindly.
appreciate it. All right.
Most High in Christ.
All right, Most High in Christ bless you, sis. Hey, y'all, I appreciate y'all rocking. Don't go nowhere. I'm about to go on Round Table of Truth. I just pulled up. So that's coming up in 28 minutes. So until next time, shalom.
Bye. Bye. Bye, YouTubers.
Everybody say bye. I say bye. Everybody say bye.
Bye, YouTubers.
Rock, say bye, Rock.
Bye, YouTubers.
Bye. Boy, oh boy. These the bosses, y'all. These okay.